Good morning. Today is Friday, April 24th, and here are today's assignments. Okay, go ahead and check in, please. Make sure that you are using some coping skills if you're having a rough day. Maybe you can take a walk out in your backyard, listen to some music, do a little stretching, some deep breaths, whatever you need to do to help yourself get back in that green zone. I am finishing The Princess in Black and the Science Fair Scare today, so if you are interested in hearing the rest of that story, go ahead and click. Reader's Workshop today. After independent reading, we're going to do our Friday book reflection. So think about all the stories that you've been reading this week, and you're going to write a reflection sharing your favorite part of your favorite book that you read during the week. So anything at all that you've read, I would love to hear about it and see what your favorite part was. And if I haven't read it, maybe you just might inspire me to read it. Okay, go ahead and record your reading. Remember, Lexia is an expectation. I'll try to go on for at least 15 minutes per day. I will be handing out Lexia awards virtually again next Tuesday at our Google Meet. So work really hard to level up, and we'll see what happens. Our writing today, we are going to continue working on realistic fiction. We have brainstormed our characters, we've brainstormed our setting. Now today we're going to think about what is the problem going to be in our story and how is the problem going to be solved. Remember, we're just kind of getting the basics today. Obviously, we'll be adding more detail when we actually get into writing our story, but we're just trying to figure out kind of the big problem. So I did do an example for you, and I decided that my pair of siblings, Sarah and Ryan, were going to be playing in the house because it was so hot outside they couldn't go outside, so they had to play inside. And Ryan's really athletic, and so they decided to play some basketball inside the house. Can you see where that's going? Not a good choice, right? The ball is going to hit one of Mom's vases, and it's going to break. Problem. Solution. First, they're going to try to rubber band it back together, but they've figured out that Mom's going to realize it was broken, so no, we can't do that. Next, they're going to try to glue it back together, and they really thought that would work. And that's realistic. You could try to glue a vase back together, right? I've done that before at my own home, a ceramic vase. But guess what? In my story, that didn't work either. Mom went to fill it with water because she got some flowers from her yard, and uh-oh, it started to leak. So the ultimate solution in my story is that the two kids finally had to end up telling Mom the truth. So that's how the problem eventually got solved. So there's a template for you to work on your problem and solution. And then one more warm-up. Yesterday we did Which One Doesn't Belong with dice. Today we're going to be using numbers. So you've got four numbers here, 3, 27, 123, and 31. So decide which one of those numbers does not belong and why. And I know that when we did this in class, some of you became very, very creative and really deepened your critical thinking skills. So really think about it, come up with some great ways. And if you want to challenge yourself, you're definitely welcome to come up with more than one way, more than one number of which one does not belong. All right, today's Friday. We're going to do counting collections one more time. You can choose any collection that you have at home, maybe something fun that you can find. Maybe it's just going to be coins, or maybe it's going to be pasta noodles. I don't know. Or your toys, or maybe your Pokemon cards. Any collection that you have. Estimate first how many do you think are in the collection. Count your collection in an efficient way. We've talked about that a million times. And then show how you counted. You can take a picture, you can draw it out, you can record your voice if you want to on Seesaw, whatever you want to do. And then at the very end, make sure you explain, was your estimate reasonable or unreasonable, and why. All right, remember math freckle is always an option if you are needing some more math time in or math review. Science today, we're kind of finishing up with our pollinators and seeds being moved from one place to another. So how do you think these seeds can get from one place to another? And we've talked about that a little bit over the last couple of weeks when we've been working on learning about different pollinators and how things happen. The next slide is just simply a space for you to explain your thinking. So how did you think the seeds can get from one place to another? Remember, there is definitely more than one way that seeds get dispersed. So really think about it and write write down, draw a picture, explain your thinking. Today is another art lesson, which is obviously optional. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, this is how to draw a volcano. And remember, we've talked about volcanoes when we were working on changes to land. So if this is something that you want to do, have fun with it. Please make sure you clean up for your parents when your art project is done. And this is Friday, guys. Way to go. You've made it through week 5 of distance learning. I'm super proud of you. You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Keep smiling. Enjoy the weekend with your family, and check back in on Monday. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I miss you.